Hey guys, what up? It's Goose TV here again today, and today I'm back with another Madden Mobile video on my channel. Now today's video, guys, we've got a super fun video. We're looking back at the best promos of all time in Madden Mobile history. We're looking back pretty much all the way to Madden Mobile 17 up until now. We've got a top 10 list of the best promos of all time. This is community compiled. I asked on Reddit, I asked on Discord, I asked on my community post. I also got help from Legend and some of the other game changers for input, so I appreciate all of your input. Everybody who helped out with this video, I really appreciate it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. After watching this video, I want everybody to comment below your thoughts on my list here in this video. I want to know if your favorite promo of all time was in the video, if there's one that I maybe missed out, if there's any on this list that you don't think should have been on this list. I want to know what you guys have to say in the comments below. We can have a conversation. I'm super excited to see what you guys have to say. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on my post notifications so you never miss any of my videos. 70% of you guys aren't subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's try to get this video to 300 likes. Got a long video here. Sit back, relax. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get on to the top 10 promos of all time in Madden Mobile history. Starting us off at number 10, we have Most Feared from Madden Overdrive. Now, I know a lot of people didn't play this season, but Most Feared was one of the coolest promos we've ever had. I think the concept, the style, the art, everything about it was the coolest promo we've ever had. I just know it wasn't super popular, so that's why I put it pretty low on the list. But Most Feared, basically, there were 3 different hubs. It was a movie theater theme, and there's a lot of different stuff going into the promo. So, also on the home tab, they had a little info note about swamp scales, and those were kind of one of the main currencies of the promo that you earned throughout the different hubs. There were also throwbacks in different packs, so there was a bunch of different cards, bunch of different aspects to the promo. Now, also in Most Feared, as you can see here, there's the 3 different movie screens. So like I said, really cool idea. We had Gronkenstein, Werewolf versus Vampire, Tomb of the Pharaoh, 3 completely different things, movie themes. You can see the Gronkenstein thing here. There was 3 different promo screens, one for each movie concept, and you were able to get a boss in the different levels. There was the Gronk for the Gronkenstein. It was Aaron Rodgers and Derek Wolfe for Werewolf versus Vampire, and then there was Pharaoh Cooper for Tomb of the Pharaoh. There were different collectibles, different players, and each thing was almost 3 different promos all in one, and you could earn different players all at once. And what you would do is you would exchange these players for their different collectibles. Each promo had their own different currency, the lightning bolts, the scarabs, the wolves, the bats, and you could exchange them for currencies, which then you could use for upgrading some of your masters. Basically, when you exchange some of your stuff and got some of your promos done, you would get swamp scales, and throughout those, that is how you would earn the Grandmaster Brian Dawkins if you got up to the 1 million scales. And then with the Brian Dawkins, you would upgrade all of your players up to 92 overall. Along the way, you could get XP, coach whistles, a bunch of different stuff, and this is how you would upgrade your masters up to regular overalls. The highest overall, they started at 89. I don't know, I absolutely love the promo. I know one of the issues with it was at first there were forced overdrive that people didn't like. There was popcorn was kind of the currency to spend on some of the different events, and you had to play overdrive to get it, so I know that was a big not good part of the promo. And then I don't think it was super free to play. I ended up completing all of the masters, but I ended up getting lucky with some of my pulls and some of the stuff during the promo, but I remember it wasn't too free to play. You weren't able to get a whole lot of stuff, but still the whole concept of it was super cool, and there was even some extra stuff on Halloween night, some extra events to get candy and help yourself out with the rest of the promo and get some other other stuff in the promo. So really cool promo, really cool concept. That was Most Feared of Madden Overdrive. Let's move on to number 9. At number 9, we have a more recent promo. We got Super Bowl 54, which was Madden Mobile 20. Now, this promo, I remember in the midst of a field pass with some of the promos weren't too good, some of them were really good. This was one of the best promos of the year, consistently came up as one of the very best promos. It was a very free-to-play promo. You could get a lot of stuff, make a lot of coins. There was tons of different options for you to get different cards, and overall was a really cool promo. Obviously, the Chiefs and the 49ers were the 2 teams in the Super Bowl that year, so we're going to have 2 2 different masters through them. Here is the live event screen. There was honors that came out on honors night. There were blitz events at the top to get your different collectibles and badges for your specific team. You needed badges. There's badges for each team, and then there's also legend badges which were used towards legend players. There was some trivia to get yourself some extra Super Bowl tokens and stuff like that. In the middle with the helmets, there were the events to be able to get a ton of players. Most promos in Madden Mobile 20 only gave out the Field Pass players, but what was cool about the Super Bowl promo was it had its own elite players and diamond players, and you got a ton of them through these events, which is why it was so good for making coins. There were also pick'ems. As you can see here, you got to choose what you thought was going to happen. You could exchange it for 20,000, 10,000. There was stuff for gems too. It was really cool. Tons of different things. I don't remember how it turned out or whatever, but it was a really cool idea to be able to go through and scroll through and choose your things, get some extra rewards for just picking. The way that the masters worked is there were 4 masters for each team, and if you were able to complete all 4 of those 97 masters, you actually got a plus 10 power upgrade to all of them. So they would all become 70 power, which I thought was really cool. Each master required some players and badges. The badges were really easy to get. The players were specific players, really not too big of an ask. And then there was also the Super Bowl Legend players, which really weren't too difficult to complete. The Super Bowl Legend banner you could get out of some different live events, and you got lucky with, and you were definitely able to complete them. And then the Super Bowl MVP set just required 10 MVP banners, just like kind of how it worked this year. You could get an MVP banner from completing any master set. I believe the Super Bowl Legends gave them out, but I'm not entirely sure. And then I know you're able to get them pretty easily free to play by completing some stuff and completing some different sets as well. So it was really easy and really free to play promo, really well, pretty simple promo as well. So really enjoyed Super Bowl. Let's move on to number 8. At number 8, we have the Boss promo, the NFL Boss promo from Madden Mobile 17. So we're throwing it back a while ago. Now, we usually have something like this every single year, and this is very, very similar to Madden Max from last year, if you guys remember that from Madden Mobile 20. A very similar promo. They do this kind of stuff at the end of the year where you kind of just have all your stuff. You can compile any leftover resources and different things to get the best players in the game, and that's what these Boss players were. The cap was 99 overall back in Madden Mobile 17, and the biggest thing about Madden Mobile 17 in the earlier games was the stat boosts on the cards. We're starting to get them back now, but they were so crucial back in the older games because these cards were so good. +5, 2 +5 stats on these cards is unbelievable. It's going to boost your team up so high, so that was absolutely massive to have on those bosses. Pretty much worked the exact same way as like the Madden Max badges would. You needed 10 NFL Boss tokens to get a boss. The first release was just Tom Brady and Devin Hester, but they slowly released more cards toward the end of the game, and there's so many different ways to be able to get these NFL Boss tokens. You could trade in any collectibles, you could trade in a bunch of players. Like I said, worked very similarly to how Madden Max badges did. You trade in a certain number of players to get the NFL Boss tokens, and in general, it was a really good promo. These were all end-game cards to put on your team because of the boosts. A great way to kind of wrap up the year and throw in some leftover stuff or use up some coins to get some of the best players for your team. Really cool promo. Everybody enjoyed it. This was one of the ones that came up pretty consistently. Legend told me in the Game Changer chat, so that, you know, to me shows that this was a really good promo, memorable promo from Madden Mobile 17. So that was number 8. Let's move on to number 7. At number 7, we have the only promo on my list from Madden Mobile 21, the current season we're in, and that is Black Friday. Black Friday, I think, is one of the best promos every single year. I feel like Black Friday is always really good. It's always really unique because there's always a bunch of different sets and different opportunities to get a bunch of different players. But I think this year really stepped it up, and so far to me was the best promo so far this year. The master was Night Train Lane. There was a bunch of other 91 overall masters, and there was a bunch of different ways to get tickets. In the live event map, there was a bunch of different blitz events where you could get the tickets, and they had a whole kind of mini start to the promo where you could collect some different items to get more tickets, basically. So not just spamming for only tickets, you had kind of a goal to get at first to be able to get more tickets. Tickets are the main currency. You're spending your tickets on a bunch of different stuff. You have a bunch of different options on what, you know, events and what items you want to go for. It kind of has a little breakdown here, there was different levels of events. The bargain bin were the kind of the lower ones with only, you know, small returns, top shelf, and then the masters, so the different levels of things. So many different options for you to be able to get some different items. There was this year, with the biggest thing was there was an abundance of gems and coins. You could get so many gems. People got like 30,000 gems. The Night Train chest gave gems and coins and fun stuff like that. You could get a bunch of program stamina. The Master Night Train lane took 2K Black Friday tickets, as well as spending 1,000 other ones on other stuff. It was free to play, obviously, since you're able to get so many gems and stamina. The Black Friday present came up eventually. I know there was a little bit of an issue with that, where it was really hard to get. You needed to complete the Night Train lane. You needed 4,000 tickets, which I don't think was really free to play per se, but I know a lot of people were a little bit upset about that, but some people ended up getting the Black Friday present. I was able to do a huge variety pack opening with this different stuff, so Black Friday, I think this year was the best one we've ever had, best promo so far in this Madden Mobile 21 season. And yeah, overall, I think it was really cool, really well planned out, and some really good masters and things in this promo. Let's move on to number 6. This is the first of many Madden Mobile 18 videos you'll see on this list. At number 6, we have the Color Rush promo. This is the only Color Rush promo we've ever had. In the NFL, in Madden Mobile 18, this was the last year that the NFL kind of enforced Thursday night games to wear Color Rush jerseys, which was really a cool idea. I know some teams still wear them, but I know it was like a Thursday night thing where teams would wear Color Rush jerseys. So we had a Color Rush promo. I believe it was the first promo of the year, or big promo at least, in Madden Mobile 18. And obviously it's Color Rush. The card art is going to be absolutely sweet. We got boss battles and different masters and things. So there was a little promo breakdown. There was the items were some of the gear, the Color Rush gear, and the color patches, and you would use those patches and Color Rush items to get players, and then trade those players up for the actual masters, the team heroes, that also gave the team Color Rush jersey, which I thought was a really cool aspect. You could get any team's Color Rush jersey and use those, and basically the way it worked is the amount of team heroes that you completed kind of unlocked yourself these bosses. So here's the live event map, super cool. The color blitz to be able to get the different color patches, and then the gear on the left and right. This was right when the promo came out, and Devontae Adams was the first master, and then I believe we got Malcolm Jenkins. I know Marcus Mariota was one of the masters. I don't remember some of the other ones, but the amount of team heroes you completed meant you could play more boss battles and unlock their event to get their master. Here's an example of a team hero set of Kyle Long. You would need 2 elite Color Rush players. You need the specific black patches and then any other color patch, and you would get yourself the jersey of that team, and then also the master that would unlock more stuff for the kind of the players, for the grandmasters. And as you can see, all those Color Rush heroes, it shows you that you get the different jerseys. I just think this was a really cool promo. I think a lot of people really like this. When I bring this, the best promo of all time kind of thing up, a lot of people always bring up Color Rush. It was one of those ones, if you played it, you enjoyed it. It was cool. Unique promo. We haven't had a promo like it kind of in a while, with the jersey and everything. Really cool idea. Really loved it. That is number 6. Let's move into the top 5. Now, the day you guys are seeing this video, today is the last day of Madden Mobile 21's Team of the Year promo, but at number 5, we have Team of the Year from Madden Overdrive, which was Madden Mobile 19. This season was the best season of Team of the Year that we've ever had. This was the most free-to-play Team of the Year we've had for sure. I don't have too many screenshots for it. It was actually a pretty simple promo. It really wasn't even that complex, but it was, like I said, very, very free-to-play. This was a 4-week promo, so we got 4 weeks of releases. This year's promo was only 2 weeks, and we got release every 3-4 days. But basically, yeah, so there's a release each week. You could see by the map there was 10 players released, so 40 total players in this whole promo, and you were able to get at least 1 per week really easily, so at least 4 free to play. I know tons of people really went and grinded for this promo and got a bunch of players for their team. This is one of the ones that also came up in the Game Changer group chat, the legend told me, and I didn't have it on my list at first, but thinking about it, looking back at my older videos, I think it really deserves a spot, because like he said, and we've seen, I made a video how to get 4 free to play masters, 4 weeks, 1 each week. Really cool. It was pretty simple. There were the tokens, there there were badges, and then there was offense and defense emblems. That's all it was. You would just play a few events and get your tokens, which I believe just traded in for badges or offense and defense emblems. It wasn't a whole lot of stuff. Overdrive was a year where we didn't have the quote-unquote sets. There was no official sets button to get a bunch of stuff. It was all within the promo. So you would just trade in a couple of these collectibles. It wasn't actual physical collectibles. It was like kind of token-wise based things. Really easy promo to complete. Like I said, don't have any screenshots of it. Just these two. Free-to-play promo. Best year of Team of the Year we had. Super simple. Free-to-play. Tons of coins. Tons of masters. Really good promo. Let's move on to number 4. Now, the next 4 might be a little bit biased because I'm a huge holiday guy. I love all the holiday promos. I love holidays in general, but I truly think that the holiday promos in this game are always the best promos. There's always so much extra stuff to do with them because with like Easter and Ultimate Freeze, there's always the eggs and the mystery boxes, that kind of stuff. Number 4 is Easter of Madden Mobile 17. I feel like Easter is always one of the best promos of every single year. It's always in the running, and in Madden Mobile 17, it was no exception. Really, just a ton of stuff to do, a bunch of different aspects of the promo, but you have to remember, in Madden Mobile 17, there was really no live event grinding for these promos. There were a couple live events, but the biggest thing, it was out of packs, it was auction house. That was really all it was, and kind of doing some achievements and getting some stuff through that, but it wasn't just full, like, just pressing all your stamina into the promo. You could get a few badges here and there, but that was just about it. In the promo, there were some Easter packs. These were unlimited coin packs where you could get a bunch of Easter items. The main collectibles of the promo were chocolate bunnies. These were like your badge. You kind of use those for pretty much everything, and these promos were pretty straightforward. You would trade these Easter chocolate bunnies in for low overall gold players. You would trade those gold players up for elite players, and you would trade your elite players up for a master. The master this year was a 99 Night Train Lane, 25 elite Easter players, which is a little bit expensive, but always these masters, you were able to complete them and really profit off of them as well. Obviously, this year there was the Easter eggs, but this was the one year that the mystery boxes were a little bit different. There weren't a bunch of different eggs. There was one egg basically, as well as a crystal egg, but there was one type of gold egg. You were able to get an absolute load of these. You could get so many gold Easter eggs. I remember I opened 300 of these eggs throughout the promo. You got them mainly from packs, and you were able to trade in some sets for them as well. Out of these eggs, you got a bunch of different things. It was a huge variety. You could get like different things each time. Sometimes it was a very low coin collectible. Sometimes it was a chocolate bunny. You could get lucky with gold elite Easter players. There was times where you could get some kind of limited time Easter players in there as well, and you could also get mystery boxes. Also, if you saw back on that live event, the Easter egg screen, there were mystery boxes you could pull. They unlocked on different weeks that had packs for different promos, so that was really cool. I think this was one of the coolest years for eggs. And then obviously the crystal egg, we have crystal legends pretty much in the game every single year, and this year was no exception. You could pull the crystal egg out of packs or live events. I ended up pulling a crystal egg. This thing was selling for like 5 million coins, and it was super cool. I ended up selling it, didn't get myself a crystal legend, but basically on Easter, along with the gold eggs, these turned into a crystal legend, a random crystal legend on Easter Sunday. As well, on Easter Sunday, there was a special live event chain, which I thought was really cool. It was like a whole Easter path where you could try to get Master Egg Hunter, Ezekiel Ansah, 92 overall. Really cool concept. Madden Mobile 17's Easter promo was one of my favorites ever. That's number 4. Let's move on to number 3. Madden Mobile 18 had the very best promos. There were so many good promos in Madden Mobile 18. That's why the top 3 spots all belong to promos within Madden Mobile 18. Number 3 is Most Feared from Madden Mobile 18. This promo also had kind of 3 different parts to it, somewhat like Most Feared in Overdrive. There were kind of 3 different parts. There was the Midway Monster, the Nightmare Carousel, and the Dread Zone Mirror Maze. Those are the 3 different types of kind of events and masters and promos and stuff within the actual Most Feared promo, and the card art was absolutely cool. It was a haunted carnival theme, which I absolutely loved. The way that the promo kind of worked, there was different collectibles for each portion of the promo, and then those collectibles would trade in for elite players, which then you traded in for performers. There were 3 performers for each kind of part of the promo, and then depending on the number of performers that you could complete complete is the overall of the ringleader that you got. So the ringleaders were kind of your grandmasters. It was Rob Gronkowski for the Dread Zone. It was Herschel Walker for the Nightmare Carousel, and it was DeMarcus Ware for the Midway Monster. And like I said, there were 3 performers for each. They started at 90 overall, I believe, and then or maybe it was 91, 92, and then 93 for the actual final Grandmaster versions of those players. The live event map was super cool. I remember logging on and being amazed. There were, like I said, the different parts. On the left was the Midway Monster stuff. There was the Dread Zone maze at the bottom, and then there was also the kind of the carousel, the Nightmare Carousel events on the right, and then the ringleaders, the masters, had their events at the top. Once you unlock them, you could play them and complete their final versions. And then also this year, this is the only year we had mystery pumpkins. We've had mystery boxes in, Ultimate Freeze, and then we moved on to Easter eggs. This was the only promo, in Most Feared at least, that we had pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. I remember all these got leaked and they weren't really very good, but you had chances of getting some decent stuff. And then everything obviously got augmented and got scary big in Madden Mobile 18, which was really cool. Always one of the coolest parts of Most Feared. The card art, the idea of this promo, I remember it was I remember there was some sort of locker item where you could reduce your events to like 1 stamina or something, and I don't exactly remember too much on this. I don't remember if it was free to play or not, but I remember it was a really cool concept, very cool art. Madden Mobile 18 Most Feared was really good. Let's move on to number 2. It always seems when I ask the question, what are the best promos of all time, people always seem to bring up Madden Mobile 18 Easter, and honestly, for a really good reason. The player selection, the cards in this promo were so good. So, Easter Madden Mobile 18, it was kind of strange because this year in Madden Mobile 18, the overalls went all the way up to like 120 and 125, but the different ranges of overalls in this promo, there were 90 plus overalls, 101 plus overalls, 110 heroes, and 116 overall masters. So kind of weird, but it was cool at the same time. You got the Easter bunnies, you got chocolate bunnies once again as a currency, and you would trade those up for basically 90 plus players, and you trade those 90 plus up for 101 pluses, the 101 pluses for 110 heroes, and the 110 heroes for the 116 masters. Really kind of there's so many steps to it, but it was actually pretty simple. The live event map was really cool. You got your daily bunny trail where you would go through and get your stuff every single day. There were some blitz events at the very top, and if you see, kind of hidden behind the bush and hidden throughout the map, there were Easter egg events that you could complete. You gotta had to find them each day and click behind bushes, behind different things to try to find these events, which I thought was kind of cool, kind of like an Easter egg hunt. Obviously, there was Easter eggs this year. There were gold elite eggs, and this was, I think, the first year that we had this kind of stuff that was unauctionable. There weren't even any sets, I don't think, for these eggs. You could really only get them from the events and getting lucky out of the trail, out of those different kind of live events, and hidden Easter egg events, those kind of things. And obviously you could get them out of packs as well, some different things from there. I remember the Easter eggs weren't incredible this year. There was some different stuff, obviously, you could pull out of them, but I know they weren't amazing. I know there was one gold egg that had Madden Cash in it, and some of us had like 10 of that, so that was pretty cool to have in some eggs. But in general, a really, really good promo this year. About, I think, a week into the promo, we got the Crystal Legends portion of it, where we got the coolest card, I think, in the game we've ever had, too, which is so, so cool. The 117 overalls, John Abraham, Walter Jones, Dante Culpepper. Out of the events now, the kind of the whole map kind of got crystallized. We got some different events in there. We had chances of getting some Crystal Legends and more eggs and getting some Crystal eggs out of there. And then on Easter Sunday, we had the Happy Easter for Madden NFL, where we had the Easter Fun Pack, we had Stamina Reduction, we had Limited Time Easter Masters, the Easter Sunday Masters. I remember getting a Russell Wilson Easter Sunday Master. We had Easter Signature Packs, which really didn't mean much for a lot of people, but the art was super cool. In general, this was a really fun-filled promo. Best Easter promo of all time. One of the best promos of all time in Madden Mobile. Loved Easter Madden Mobile 18. I think a lot of people did too. Let's move into the number 1 promo of all time. Now, considering this is one of the biggest promos every single year, and it hasn't been on our list yet, I think Ultimate Freeze is always a pretty mediocre promo, especially the last few years. It hasn't been incredible, but in Madden Mobile 18, I think takes the cake, the #1 promo of all time. There was so much to do in this promo. There was so many different things talking about it. Let's kind of explain it and break it down. So there was the different collectibles. There were Madden merch collectibles, which were mainly used for players, and there were also snowballs. You could trade those Madden merch and snowballs and stuff in for gold players, into elite players, which then you could trade in for the Grand Masters. There were 6, I believe, different 96 overall Freeze Masters. Maybe there was 5, I don't exactly know. And you could trade in 10 elite players for these 96 Freeze Masters. What was always also cool is each day there was limited time versions of these Freeze Masters with boosts on their cards in the different packs, so that was pretty cool. Along with it, there was the 12 Days of Madden. You got some special packs in the store, some special sets which gave you some presents in the promo. The live event screen was actually pretty cool, pretty fun filled. We had tons of snowballs, tons of ways to get snowballs, and the Madden merch stuff. There was Under the Tree for presents. There was the Freeze Master Challenge, which you could get a lot of players and stuff in, and more of the collectibles, and there was a lot of stuff to do in the promo here. Like I said, Madden merch was mainly used for getting players, but you could also get a few things like presents with them as well. And then snowballs were also a pretty big universal currency. You could still get some players with them, but you can get some snowballs with presents, but you could also use them to trade in for a bunch of different things, which I thought was really, really cool. You could trade them in for stadiums, some jerseys. Snowballs was like a really big, cool thing, and honestly similar to like Black Friday tickets. Well, what you could also get for them is there was a bunch of different limited time players. There was the career tribute Devin Hester that came out for 200 snowballs. They were considered flash freeze sets, where every once in a while some player would show up in the store for a large amount of snowballs. Like I said, I would actually probably say that's pretty similar to like a Black Friday ticket. There was lots of different ways to get presents. It was like almost like the boss stuff. You could trade in collectibles, you could trade in players. There was tons of ways to get the different gold and elite presents, which opened up obviously on Christmas Day, and then we also got New Year's presents, I believe, this year as well, so we got some extra presents to open. The background of the opening was really cool. The packs had all this present stuff. The actual presents were one of the best presents we had this year. You could select a bunch of different stuff. There was players in these packs, 93 showstoppers, a bunch of different stuff. There was coal players. You could get different items of coal in the events, which you could then trade in for more coal players that you could actually get in the packs that were out of position, and then I believe they were also used for training for those coal players. So really in depth on Christmas as well. There's a bunch of different stuff going on. There's the Christmas Master Bo Jackson, which took a ton of different elite players, and I believe snowballs. It was elite players, so it was 20 elite players. We had Ghosts of Madden as well that were chances in the packs, but they were also worth 400 snowballs, so there were a bunch of different ways to get those cards, and so many different cards available in this promo. So much fun. There was tons of different presents to do, so many videos. Best promo of all time in my opinion. You guys think so? Let me know in the comments below. That is #1, Ultimate Freeze of Madden Mobile 18. There you guys have it, the best promos of all time in Madden Mobile history. Super fun video to make. Once again, everybody who helped out, thank you so much for your inputs. Much appreciated. It was fun to make a whole list and a whole video on this. No, it was a long one, but I appreciate all you guys sticking around if you're still here. We've got a Fuel Pass coming out tomorrow, so I'm super excited for that. We finally got some content to post, so I can't wait. Can't wait to be able to post some new stuff for you guys. Fuel Pass tomorrow at 4, so we'll have a video out at 5, as well as tons of other stuff when the new promos come out this month. Hope you guys are excited, because I am. Today's post notification shout out goes out to Patriots Man. Be the first person to comment on a video for the next video's post notification shout out. But anyways guys, that's just about it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm Goose TV and I'm out. I will see you guys later.